Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Browns Kenny Pickett predicted to enter training camp as QB1. Cleveland's quarterback battle is about to begin with the start of the 2025 training camp. Rookies and vets have officially reported to Berea. And to kick things off, Mary Kay Cabot predicts that Kenny Pickett will have the upper hand early in camp. Kenny Pickett still has a slight edge in terms of being number one on the depth chart heading into training camp, but that could quickly change. Mary Kay Cabot is the gospel when it comes to the Cleveland Browns. She's the gospel.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Listen, she's the Pavarotti of opera.
There's some reporters that when they speak about, because they've covered it for so long.
Yes.
That's her. Jane Slater, when she starts talking about the Cowboys, take it to the bank.
Yeah. Yeah, every time.
Go on and take it to the bank. It used to be that way with Ed Bouchette when he was in Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he's still, does Ed still there? But when he talks, go on and like, yeah. Mary Kay Cabot did. Go ahead, Ocho. You gonna say?
I'm gonna say the quarterback battle. I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing. I like the fact that they put certain things out, and most of the time it's all smoke and mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
It's all smoke and mirrors. I talk to the people that play on that team. I hear what's being said. I slipped up a little bit a few shows ago and said some things that I shouldn't have said, but it was okay with that individual that I did say it. I know what it looks like. They're telling me, you know. So I love what she says, and when she says Kenny Pickett has the chance to be quarterback number one. I know who's going to be quarterback number one week one when they step on that field. I know who it's going to be. I can tell you that. You know, it's going to be Joe Flacco.
Mm-hmm.
That's neither here nor there. The person that has the front running experience based on what he's done, his familiarity with the team and the offense, it could be Joe Flacco. Now, who's going to be behind him if anything goes wrong or when things start to go wrong? My guess is going to be the best person, most polished, with the most success behind him, and that would be 12. And that's Brother Sanders. No disrespect to Dylan Gabriel or Kenny Pickett. But if they were the answer, they've already had their time. They already had their chances to be starting quarterbacks in the league. You understand? Is something going to miraculously change with Kenny Pickett?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, yeah. So I don't understand quarterback number one. I don't listen to any of that. That's all. I call that smoke and mirrors. No disrespect to Kenny Pickett. Love him. But his opportunity with the Steelers, you had it. So you mean you come to a team like the Cleveland Browns that's in dire need of quarterback one, and all of a sudden now you're the answer if something has changed miraculously at the quarterback position with you in your play. No, it hasn't.
I agree, Ocho. I just didn't understand if, you bring in all these quarterbacks. You bring in a veteran, 18 years in Joe Flacco. You bring in another veteran player in Kenny Pickett, and you take two rookies.
Yeah,
it was. I don't get that, because I see a very similar situation with the RG3 situation in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
You take RG3 with the number 2 pick, and then you end up taking Cousins, and we see how that played out.
Mm-hmm.
We see how that played out. Mike didn't want RG3 because back then, Ocho, they were in salary cap hell. They had tried to put all that money in an uncapped year. The league punished them, and so they had a lot of debt. They really didn't have any cap space. Now, Mike's looking at Daniel Snyder, said, Dan, if we give up this to get this young man, how do we build a team? We can't sign free agencies, and we giving up draft capital for the foreseeable future. Yeah. And his style leads to injury. Because now, if he's going to be Lamar, you see Lamar gradually runs less and less. He throws more and more from the pocket. He's done a better job of getting down. He's done a better job of getting out of bounds. That wasn't RG3. And plus the fact RG3 wanted to be something that he couldn't be immediately. That was Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. Pocket being able to, they were that because they were not athletic. They couldn't take off and run away from a defense like RG3 could. He didn't understand that was his blessing, Ocho.
Right.
You notice, Ocho, quarterbacks that are not mobile never say, man, I wish I was mobile. Tom Brady never said, I wish I could do this. Peyton Manning never said I'd do that. Because you have to understand, the defense looks at you once you start running, they see Adrian Peterson.
That's it. No matter what jersey number you're wearing.
I see a running back.
That's it.
And I'm trying to split his dome. Legally. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to hit you as hard as God will let me. Now, I'm not concerned about next week. But if I hit you clean legally and you don't come back into the game, I wish you the best for next week. But oh well. Mm-hmm. Because I look at it like this, Ocho. My job as a defender is not to protect the offensive player. That's his coordinator's job. That's his quarterback job. So if the coordinator calls a play and the quarterback takes off running, you told me you don't care about him. So why should I?
Yeah. But also, you know what? You know what also? The offensive coordinator, he knows the player's strengths is at the quarterback position. Mm-hmm. So he puts the quarterback in advantageous positions to make those plays for the team. And just so happens what the quarterback does best is the exact thing the defense hope he does. And that's fine.
Because all I need is one clean shot.
That's it. That's it.
And I just hope Shedeur gets a fair chance. It's hard. Speaking personally, Ocho, going into a situation where you're not a high draft pick and you're behind so many guys. Hell, I'm like the 6th or 7th receiver. Mm-hmm. I'm only going to get 1 or 2 plays, Ocho. How do I get your attention?
1 or 2, you make the most of it. Make the most of it.
That's it.
Listen, I don't even think it's not even hard, huh? It's not even hard. I hate going back, but this was just a lesson being taught. We already know he's a top 3 pick and should have been. Should have been. Now, for conversational purposes, this is a great conversation piece. I know how the outcome is going to be based on what he can do when he touches the field. He's been a winner all his life, everywhere he's went. And that same attitude and discipline and the way of playing the game of football is going to carry over in Cleveland as well. And this is no disrespect to the other competitors on that team at that specific position. Right. It's going to carry over. He's already been through adversity. He's already faced these same obstacles every time. This is just another one he's going to overcome. And I'm happy for the organization. Hell, I'm happy for Browns fans because finally, what you've always needed for so long is right there in your building. All they doing is just prolonging the situation. That's all they doing.
They don't need to prolong it anymore. They need to find a quarterback. They need to find one bad. And, if you go back and look at it, they really only had 2. I mean, you got to go back to Otto Graham.
Bernie Kosar.
Otto Graham, I think, went to like 10 championships. But that was like before your mom and your grandma was.
I seen Otto Graham play. I seen the black and white footage. So, he was nice.
And
now.
then you got them
high
yeah. And then you got Bernie. Baker could have been good. But they didn't have the pieces around Baker. You see, Baker found a home. Look,
wait a minute.
In Tampa. Because look at what Baker had at Oklahoma.
Hold on, Unc. Did you forget the receivers Baker had in Cleveland? You don't remember, huh?
Who we have?
Odell, if I'm not mistaken, right? Jarvis Landry, if I'm not mistaken. And was it Donovan Peoples-Jones or am I tripping? Am I off? Chat, remind me if I'm But that's something to work with.
But think about it, Ocho. Odell came off a broken leg. Odell had a torn ACL. We know Odell was not the same player that he was in New York.
No, he hadn't got hurt yet.
He broke his leg in the Giants. He did.
Okay. 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 Thank you for getting me right. Okay.
Jarvis was a slot
Okay.
receiver, had great hands, durable, but that's not Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
Yo, yeah. Mike Evans different. Mike Evans in his own world.
Now Godwin has gotten hurt a lot over the last several years.
Yes.
But the one thing you can set your clock by. Mike Evans is going to get 1,000 yards receiving. Mike Evans is going to get 1,000 yards receiving. He went somewhere. Carolina was not a good fit for him. The Rams, we know he wasn't going to stick there. Stafford had gotten hurt. Stafford was their guy. He was never going to beat Stafford out. But he goes to Tampa, plays on a one-year deal, and boom, the rest is, as they say, is history. And he's found a home because at Oklahoma, look at the receivers they had. CeeDee Lamb. Who else was the other receiver? I think Joe Mixon was his running back. So he's used to being around talent. Now they give him that, so now he can shine. He can flourish. We're going to find out. They're in a very, very tough division. The Steelers got better. The Ravens got better. The Bengals believe they've gotten better. They've re-signed their 2 offensive weapons. Joe Burrow has another year in that system. The question is, can they hold up defensively? Because they put when Ocho, it puts a lot of pressure on your offense to have to be perfect. They have to be perfect. Joe Burrow can turn the ball over one time, and sometimes that's enough to cause them to lose. One turnover. It's hard to play perfect. But that's what the Bengals have to be because their defense, they score 38, they give up 41. They score 35, they give up 38. They score 31, they give up 34.
Yeah.
And Joe just has to damn, can't turn it over today because our defense ain't stopping no one. It's hard to play like that. It really is. All right, Ocho, this is the subject that you Also, there's something mainstream media hasn't reported much on in the wake of June 23rd gas explosion that sparked the fire and ravaged several units in the Rainbow Terrace section of Garden Valley Apartments. Shedeur gave back to the community. Over the course of 4 hours last Wednesday evening, nearly 1,000 residents of the Garden Valley Apartments gathered for a family-friendly charitable event sponsored by Shedeur. The festivities featured an 11-year-old DJ, line dancing, free haircuts, food truck, grill food, and complimentary T-shirts. In addition to never turning down a selfie request, Shedeur joined residents in cornhole, a makeshift football game, and even blowing bubble with children. Props to Shedeur for hitting the ground running when it comes to ingratiating himself into the Cleveland community.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. What's the one thing you get? Remember the movie Gladiator? Remember what he told Maximus? Win the crowd, you win your what? Freedom. Win the crowd, and the rest will take care of itself. He's doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Embed yourself in the community. Let them see. As a quarterback, I'm here. I don't think things went the way they should have gone, but I'm here. That's going to take him far with those on the outside of the stadium. Far. That means a lot. When's the last time you seen a Cleveland Brown quarterback do something like that? All of them done stuff in the community, I'm sure. They all do. Every team has players that do. I mean, to that magnitude.
Normally, that's the first round pick, high draft choice, not 7th round picks.
Yeah.
It's definitely not this time of the year. Now, maybe once the season starts, I've made the team. I do things in the community, a blood drive, a food bank, clothes to the, whatever the case may be, Christmas gift, turkeys for Thanksgiving, hams, whatever the case may be, Ocho. Yeah, I get that. I've seen it. But not like this. But this is who he is.
Different. Yeah.
This is who he is. So kudos to Shedeur for getting out in the community, ingratiating himself, and hey, good things.